Great rig. Great job. How'd you like a turn behind the wheel? Hi, my name's Mike Uva. I'm a key grip in the motion picture industry here in Hollywood, California. I'm also founder of Uva's Grip Truck and Lighting Service, and I invite you to join me. Welcome to Uva's Grip Truck and Lighting Service Video Workshop, the Grip Book. During this video, what I will attempt to do is introduce you to a piece of motion picture film equipment and how each piece works with one another. By the end of this video, with a little practice, you should be able to be on your way to a rewarding career in the motion picture film industry. Let me introduce to you the first piece of motion picture equipment. This is an apple box. This is called a full apple box. This is a half apple box. This is a quarter apple box, and this is an eighth apple box. This is also called a pancake. As you can see, each one is half size of the other. The size of these particular apple boxes, which is the standard size, is a 20-inch by 12-inch by 8-inch, 20-inch by 12-inch by 4-inch by 2-inch by 1-inch. And as you can see, they're all built out of plywood. In this particular case, the quarter apple is hollow, the half apple is hollow, and the full apple is hollow. To prevent crushing, the better built apple boxes have a stiffener that is stuck in the center. This way it doesn't crush. They are also called man makers, sort of an inside joke in the film industry. The most used apple box that I use is the quarter apple box, but I go to a solid type. Here's why. I prefer the solid quarter apple because it takes more of a beating than the hollow type. We constantly will use the quarter apple, the solid type, and we'll stick screws, nails, what have you on. In this case, we have what's called a baby plate on here. This is a baby pin which is attached. It is attached by screws or nails. This is called a junior wall plate. It is attached the same way by the base plate by screws or nails. When they're in this configuration, the nickname is called a skid plate or beaver board. Now I'll talk about the baby plate. This particular one is a 3-inch baby plate. You notice the pin is 3 inches high. On the baby plate, it has a recessed surface so that a light can slide down on and the locking knuckle will lock into. I will demonstrate in a minute. Notice on the baby plate, this particular one has 4 holes and a large hole for putting a bolt through and attaching to some other object. On the baby plate, you'll notice a little hole in the end. This is your safety pin hole. Should you take your baby plate and attach it upside down onto a ceiling? This way you can put a piece of wire through there so the light does not slip off. This last baby plate I'll show you is one with a right angle to it. This is so you can get into a corner, attach it to a wall or a building or stud, and then mount your lamp up on top of it. In this particular shot, I take this angled pin and make a regular baby plate into a right angle baby plate. In this particular baby plate, you'll notice the nut. This is so this pin can detach. The reason that you have a detaching pin is so that you can have these pre-made, but you can go on your truck for storage. When I refer to a baby plate or a baby pin, the size of the pin is 5/8 inch. This is a standard throughout the industry. The next tool I'm going to introduce is the furniture clamp. The furniture clamp is used in this configuration. It is also called a bar clamp. On this particular furniture clamp, we use what is called a bar clamp adapter. Notice how the light attaches to the pin. That pin, once again, is a 5/8 inch baby pin. This is the furniture clamp adapter used on a C-stand configuration setup. This rod that I'm hooking it on is 5/8 inch. This is so that you can attach a light by underslinging. Notice in this configuration, you cannot get any safety pins or wire through the hole. So what we do is we take a piece of rope and put a safety line on it. This is a beadboard holder. And this is how it's used. Notice the wide plate. This allows you a larger surface area because this foam can break quite easily. And this is a branch holder. The branch is held in place by the clamping action. This is a C-clamp. Notice the flat face. This is a C-clamp with baby pins with a pipe face, so it can bite into the pipe. This is the pipe face. This is a C-clamp with a junior receiver. This has the standard 1 1/8 inch receiver. This particular C-clamp has the pipe face. This is cribbing. It comes in 2x4 by 10 inches long or 1x3 by 10 inches long. The reason we use 10 inches is so that it will fit inside a legal milk crate. A legal milk crate is something you buy. This is a Cucalorus. It comes in a 4-foot by 4-foot size, a 24 by 36 inch size, and an 18 by 24 inch size. Notice the pattern that it makes on the back wall. Here, I'll shake it up. This is a cup block. Notice the dished out center. I will illustrate how this works later. This is a drop ceiling clip. Notice the 5/8 inch pin with the safety hole in the end. This is your clamping action. This is an articulating flex arm. The knobs here are for loosening so that you can adjust to any oddball position. The clamping action is on the end. The receiving action is for a very small flag. These are called grip clips. They're nothing more than giant metal clothespins. They come in 3 sizes. The large one is a number 3. The middle one is a number 2. The small one is a number 1. This is a grid clamp. It fits pipe from 1 inch to 2 inch. It is held in place by this 7/8 inch nut. This particular grid clamp has a receiver on it, which measures 1 1/8, the standard throughout the industry. It is on an 1.5 inch outside diameter pipe. This is a grid clamp. It will fit a pipe from 1 inch to 2 inch. It is held in place by this nut, which is 7/8 inch. On this particular grid clamp, it has a baby pin, which is the standard 5/8 inch. On the end of the baby pin, you have your safety hole. This pin is 5/8 inch. This pipe size is 1.5 inch. This is what we call a sound blanket. It's also called a furniture pad. This is a baby offset. It has a receiver which measures 5/8 inch. On the other end, it has pins, both 5/8 inch, with your safety hole. This is a double baby offset, or called a double header. Notice the pins, 5/8 inch. Notice the receiver, 5/8 inch. This is called a triple offset, or a triple header. Notice the 5/8 inch pin with the safety hole, and the receiver, which is also 5/8 inch. This is called a junior offset. Notice the 1 1/8 inch receiver and the 1 1/8 inch pin. Junior offset.